did not close in profit. Why? Because I'm working on myself.
Yes, sir.
But as soon as we tapped into this gap, I caught this move and I was up in profit. Don't get me wrong.
As long as I stick to my rules and I follow my game plan, everything is going to be good.
Trust me, there's opportunity every single day in the market. It's just a matter of catching the best trades.
Good morning, everybody. I'm currently going back home. I took one trade, got stopped out. I am looking for buys. We had a 1 hour and a 4 hour gap being inverted, but price was seeking the Asian session lows. I did get in prematurely. We haven't flushed all the way down to where liquidity is resting, where price seems to want to go, because price is battling a lot in a range. It's staying near the 40s. I'll explain that later once I'm breaking down the trade. But yeah, I saw a huge reversal. Price was coming back up to that initial 4 hour gap that I was speaking on. Got in for some buys, got stopped out. I don't want to say immediately, but price is very volatile. I might wait 1 hour in this 4 hour candle forms to see how we react from all of that. But yeah, currently 1L trade, but we still got one more trade to take. Yeah, very good day, honestly. Very price opened forcefully down, and I was like, we're seeking that Asian session low, and we're 20 points away from it, so it is what it is, right? I'll catch you guys once I'm home. Alright, so the trade is over. I lost 2 trades today. It's cool, we're down 500. Simple. Why am I not angry? Why am I cool, calm, cool, and collected? Because I'm working on myself. Like I told you guys, as long as I stick to my rules and I follow my game plan, everything is going to be good. Trust me. I took 2 trades, pretty much went long for both trades I bought. And the thing is, keep in mind, the first trade, I got swept out immediately. All I want to say is, I was up $800. Keep that in mind. With that $800 win, I covered the losses from the first win, and I'm still up 500 for the day, right? I did not close in profit. Why? Because I'm working on myself. What have I been speaking about the past couple of days? I am not going to revert back to my old self. I am not going to break my rules, because like I said, I'm not messing with my take profit. I'm not messing with my stop loss, right? I'm not doing that. We're being patient. It's hard to sit on your ass and just watch a winning trade turn into a losing trade, but it's part of it. Just as the day I made $6,000, my system worked. All I had to do was sit on my fucking ass and watch the trade and not mess with it. Because when you mess with your own mind, that's when you lose. You know? My whole directional bias for today was bearish. I wanted to see the market go down, right? And indeed, we ended up going down. But since that move happened before my entry time, before market open, I didn't enter because I'm respecting my rules and I'm respecting myself. I'm gonna show you guys on the MacBook now, but it's like, I just want you guys to keep that in the back of your head. We were up in profit, but I mean, I got screenshots and everything. I'll show you guys. But the hardest thing to do is to watch a winning trade turn into a losing trade. But it's all part of the game. We gotta build this. Remember, there's many opportunities to make money in the markets. These opportunities are going to present themselves day in and day out. Like I said, our job as traders is to catch the best trades. And I'll explain why I didn't take the dump that we had, why I didn't take the initial dump that NASDAQ had, for the simple fact that it doesn't fall into my rule system. And how would I fucking explain that trade, right? That's pretty much a lucky trade. That's what I like to call a lucky trade. Because I have so many people hitting me up like, bro, did you catch this move? I'm like, no, bro, that doesn't follow my system. That's pretty much you hopped in and their entries are all fucking ugly, right? But yeah, let's hop into the MacBook and I'll show you guys everything.
All right, what I want to show you guys here is I had London session highs marked down, right? We took out Asian sessions highs during London. We never came down to the Asian session lows, right? This was my first directional bias. Like, I wanted us to sweep these lows at market open, not before it. That's why I didn't enter. And the thing is, like, right, we were respecting this gap. 6 a.m. came around. We did trade a little bit higher, but stayed in this range, right? Now, when market open came, this is the reason why I did not take a trade. At 7 a.m., we created equal highs. 7:15, we inverted this 1 hour gap and came into this 4 hour gap, right? So I was still not getting into no trades, right? So by 7:30, we had no push back higher into this area, right? We did invert it, yes. That's one thing, like, okay, we invert the gap, cool. I wanted to see a retest of this level, and as you guys can see, I missed it by a wick, literally by a point. And the thing is, like, this move happened very quickly, and it's like, yes, but you could have said, like, okay, you missed out, bro. 7:25, this happened. I don't trade till market open, right? And I saw that we had some failed attempts to come back into this level. Cool, disregarded that whole trade. Just pretty much after all that, didn't keep none of that in mind because we had already had a higher push, right? So my first initial L was once we inverted this gap, I entered for buys. I wanted to keep that area right there, that 4 hour gap, in consideration when we came in here. And I wanted to see a reversal from it. As you guys can see, we came down to it, but we didn't close below it on the 15-minute time frame. At market open, we did come into it, and I entered a long position. I was in profit, but eventually got stopped out. And then I waited, right? I was like, you know what? We're pushing forcefully for something. And you guys can see here, we pushed for the London lows, eventually pushing down to this 4 hour gap that we had down here. And this is where I had my second entry. Now it's going up. That's crazy. Okay, cool. I have my settings that pretty much just locked me out. But yeah, you guys can see here, two L's. I mean, it is what it is, right? Just 2 trades. I'll have my screenshots up, but like I pretty much was in profit like $800. Then we came down, it stopped me out, and I mean, now it's just, you know, it pretty much ended up coming all the way down to fill in this gap, right? Like, it came down. This would have been a better entry, but this didn't happen. Like, it didn't come all the way down till like what, 8:15. And keep in mind, I got in at 8, like right when it just pushed higher. I think so, right? Was it 8? Let me double check before I start capping, bro. At 8:02, and by 8:27 I was out. So you guys can see over here, bro. Fuck that. Yeah, I was in at around this time by 8:02. Like, I caught this move as soon as we tapped into this gap. I caught this move, and I was up in profit. Don't get me wrong, I was up in profit, but it was not near my take profit. My take profit was at the high of this candle, or like right here, and it ended up stopping me out. As you guys saw, stopped me out by like around 8:27. But yeah, that's pretty much the trade recap for today. Like I said, I mean, many people who have hit me up about catching this move to the downside, I mean, bro, it opened, like it came into this gap and it didn't close below it, right? Is this the 1 hour or the 4 hour gap? That's the 4 hour gap. Cool. So it came into this 4 hour gap, right? You guys can see here on the 5 minute. It came into this gap. Didn't close below it, but we did invert that 1 hour gap. But like I've been saying, the higher the time frame, the more power it has when it comes to the directional bias, right? Ended up entering for a buy. Got stopped out. I was in profit. Like I said, I was in profit. Got stopped out. I saw that shit, but I also saw that we didn't take out Asian session lows. That pretty much would have been a greater entry for some shorts. That would have been a good 1 or 2. But overall wanted us to come back up, and we went for that liquidity. We went for the Asian session lows, ended up tapping into that 4 hour gap, and pretty much we're pushing up from it. Which now seeing this, I mean, we do have these equal highs up here. That price might come up to it, but I'm done for the day. I'm done trading for the day. But there's opportunity everywhere. Trust me, there's opportunity every single day in the market. It's just a matter of catching the best trades.
Like I was saying, it's just a matter of catching the best trades, right? What do I learn from this? I was being very, very patient. All of these thoughts in my head: take the profit. You should go short. And the previous mistakes that I made on my other combines were chasing after price, not following my rules, not following my intuition. Yes, I missed out on the first trade, cool. Now seeing this with the bigger picture, I would have had a better entry. But like I said, it is what it is, right? Yes, potentially the dump before market open was a good indication for that. But as you guys saw, we didn't invert the 4 hour gap. We did invert the 1 hour, but the 4 hour holds more power. And I already knew we didn't take out London lows, but we had created equal highs. So I wanted us to keep on pushing. And we've been in an uptrend as well. We're not going to let this L determine the whole day. We got so many more things to do. It's a work day. Just knocked out my breakfast. But we reflect from this, right? We're going to grow from this. It's part of the game. I was in my head a lot. I was battling with myself. Seeing a winning trade turn into a losing trade takes a lot from you. But it's just making me a better trader overall. I'm working on my internal, I don't want to say it's internal conflicts, but it's more of like, before this shit cut me off, I'm working more on my internal game, right? Like my critical thinking, controlling myself. Because if I would have moved my stop loss to break even, I would have not been satisfied with myself. If I would have taken profits earlier, I would have not been satisfied with myself. If I would have taken that trade during market open, with not even, like it's something about me. It's like, yes, the people around me caught that trade, cool, and I know many people might have caught that trade, but that's what I call a lucky trade. Because I told them, like, explain to me, how did you get that shit? Oh, you didn't see. I'm like, bro, like, explain to me, like, your thought process. He's like, nah, well, we just dumped. I'm like, yeah, but it was before the market opened. And I mean, it's part of the game, bro, trust me. As you guys can see, and I think I'll keep you guys updated throughout the day, but I think my second direction of buys was perfect. I think we're going to reach for those equal highs. And I mean, it is what it is. It's part of the game, bro. But as long as you're getting something from it, my bad. As long as you're learning something from it, you're not failing, bro. Like I said on previous videos, I'm losing at a higher level. I'm farther out from where I was when I first started, right? I understand why I'm losing. I understand the reasoning behind it, and I can work on those things to become better. It's part of it, bro. There's gonna be great days, just as we had that great day where I made 6K. Bro, like, a small L doesn't dictate anything. Just because you keep losing doesn't mean you're not destined for this. Just because you keep losing doesn't mean you're not meant for this, bro. Just because you're losing does not mean that you don't have what it takes. Showing up day after day, even if you're losing, like I'm losing, bro, and I'm still recording my content. It's in my titles, it's in my thumbnails. I'm still showing up. I am losing at a high level because I'm keeping myself at a higher level, and I'm learning from this. Now, if I'm losing and I give up, that's fucking worse. But if you keep showing up day after day, it stacks up. Trust me, it stacks up. It's all a mental game, bro. Literally, it's all a mental game. Honestly, I wouldn't have felt good with myself if I wouldn't have taken that first trade, because I'm at a different level now where it's like, when I first started, I wanted to see profits. Now I want to master my strategy. I want to master my mind. I want to master myself because I know that's where the problems come in. The reason I lost the last combine was because I was not mentally focused. I was not sharp. But we're going to work on that, right? But I get ready for work. About to record some content right now. But yeah, peace. I'm on my way to work right now. Exhausted. Literally exhausted. It's not exhaustion of like my body or me exhausted. It's just mentally exhausted, right? But it is what it is, bro. We gotta keep on pushing. There's days where it's like, fuck, you know, like you just wanna not give up, but just not stay still. But it's like I already have my days off, right? I worked my ass off, and then just going back to work pretty much just sets me back a lot because I just be falling out of my routine and all these things. But I mean, it is what it is, right? I got the energy from knowing that people are not doing what I'm doing, right? But at the end of the day, is mentally frustrating and mentally draining. That's why I say I'm tired. It's not that I'm tired physically, it's more mentally, you know? I'll catch you guys once I'm back from work. I'm not in a bad mood. It's just this state of like, I need to get shit done, you know? I feel eager to get shit done, but at the same time, it's like exhaustion, you know? Yes, sir. One thing I want to clarify, those vapes that I had on the previous clip are all the vapes that my boy, my coworker, he told me, he's like, I'm gonna give you the honor to throw them out. I'm like, cool. He's like, I've been 2 days sober. I want to keep myself accountable because I've been talking to him throughout the day, right? He's like, I seen how you've changed, bro. I want to start changing. Like, you're motivating me every day. Every time that I see you, you have good news. You are changing as a man. You're becoming something better for yourself. Every time, like, I get a couple new subscribers or everything, like, I show him, right? My coworker, funny enough, like, we grew up since middle school. I know him. We play basketball our life together, so we have a pretty tight bond, right? And he told me, like, bro, I'm done being mediocre. I'm done being like everybody else. And I'm showing you because you motivated me. And he was telling me that he's spreading my message, my influence that I've had on him amongst the people around him, and that nobody understands him, but he wants to make the change because just as he misunderstood me, now he understands the bigger picture. And I feel proud about myself, and I thank God because God has given me this strength. God has given me a purpose to change people's lives. People around me are going through the same thing I was once going. Like I said, you guys have the same opportunities. We're no different. Ain't nobody told me I'm special. Ain't nobody told me that I have something in me that makes me better than no one. No, I just do the hard things. It's common sense. It's hard. Trust me. Falling into the comforts of this world, falling into temptation, falling into lust, that's easy. Not everyone wants to show up for themselves. Not everyone wants to be accountable. I'm going to document my journey day in and day out because it's going to be an example for those who are following on my footsteps, for those who want to embark on this journey, and for those of you watching. It's fucking hard. Trust me. I keep saying the same things just to remind you guys that it's hard for me. Just because you guys see me showing up every day, you guys see me progress, it doesn't mean it's not hard. The journey is hard. The journey is hard. But you're growing from all this pain. You're growing from all these failures. You're growing from all of this. Just don't quit halfway. If once you discover and open this new perspective in your mind that you don't want to be average, you cannot fail and stop showing up because you're admitting to yourself that you're not worth the change, and you are pretty much accepting mediocrity. You're accepting to be a 9-to-5 worker. You're accepting to be like everybody else and live a life that you don't fucking like. Live a life that you do not deserve, right? It's all common sense. Trust me, it's all common sense. But yeah, I'll leave you boys on that. I'm about to clean the crib. I have a mess. My son, little bouncy house. I forgot to take that shit off. Clean that. I gotta pick up that vacuum, clean the house. Thankfully, I got no dishes. But I mean, still gotta work out. Edit this video for you guys. Hit a little back testing session. I want to incorporate my videos, but I'm sorry guys. Like, I've been trading more at night. I mean, I've been working out more at night than in the morning. I know I said I was going to do that in the morning, but I got so many things that I got going on in the morning, which gives me more time. And at night, I mean, I'd rather hit my workout at night so I could wake up sore. But just I tell my brain that it's just me waking up feeling that type of way because I just woke up, right? But yeah, I'll see you boys on the next one. Tomorrow's gonna be tomorrow we have a new opportunity. Tomorrow's a new trading day. We're gonna keep on following our plan, and we can't get discouraged by one L day. And the thing is, I said I was gonna keep you guys updated. We ended up hitting the take profit, so it's a win. It's a mental win because the whole bias was correct, right? We just got stopped out. It was unfortunate, but I'm not a fortune teller. I can't predict the future. It's just catching the best trades at the right time. It's plain and simple. See you boys tomorrow.